Pop Squad, coming at ya. Hey everybody, we're going to listen to a song today that somebody on the channel just recommended, but I had already had it open in a tab, and so I get to kill two birds with one stone, because not only do I get to do somebody's request, I get to do this new person's request at the same time, because more than one person has recommended it, unless it was the same person. It's another Buckshot LaFonque song, and this is off of their second album. And as a reminder, Buckshot LaFonque, Buckshot LaFonque is the jazz hip hop group, jazz hip hop rock group that Branford Marsalis started in the 90s. Yeah, it looks like this came out in 1997. It features guest appearances from David Sanborn, excellent saxophonist, Guru, who I don't know, and Lawrence Fishburne, the actor. The album peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Contemporary Jazz Album Chart. It's notable in Bradford's discography for making his first collaboration with pianist Joni Calderazzo and bassist Eric Revis, both of whom would go on to record in his quartet in the 2000s and 2010s. Pretty cool. In his all-music review, Leo Stanley calls the album a stronger, more confident record than the first Buckshot LaFonque album, but criticizes it as uneven, noting that it finds a vibrant, exciting common ground between hard bop and hip-hop, despite the occasional lapse into aimless fusion. And yeah, I can totally see that. Even from the one song that we listened to, it seemed to be a lot of fusion that maybe didn't quite go far enough, didn't commit. Writing in the Jazz Times, Joseph Woodard said the album suggests a free-form radio show with an accent on African-American cultural lineage. People magazine praised the album as a sonic explosion that, even when it falters, is infused with the joy of playing, because they can't write anything negative. Yeah, this actually sounds really interesting, and we can kind of jump into it here. I've got the lyrics open because I want to check them out, because I see they even mention in here, sometimes the common makes it sound strange. Add a little of this, take out a little of that, then you'll come up with that jazz called rap. So it looks like they were thinking about this whole jazz, rap, hip-hop. What's the difference? How do you fuse those two things, and why does it become one as opposed to the other, and all that stuff that we've been talking about. So here's Music Evolution from Buckshot LaFonque, 4 minutes and 1 second long. Here we go. From 97 again. Really great bass.
Music evolution change. Sometimes the common make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that, then you'll come up with that jazz chord.
What a great, just that bass over, and it's such a rich sound, right? Compared to just a drum sound, right? Sorry, my cat is of course at the window, wanting to come in. But just the sound of that bass, full standing bass, instead of the harshness of the drum, gives the whole track this warmth and living feel. And I actually really wish we heard more of the bass used in rap and hip hop in general, because I think it would add a lot to it. I mean, this certainly seems like it adds a lot to this.
Make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that, then you'll come up with that jazz correct where it's at. Bring it back, because it is an ill format. Once upon a time, not long ago, when all the cats went to hear Satchmo blow, grooving at a tempo, fast or slow. Jazz was at a new plateau, ready to grow. Also developing ways to make dough. Although we always heard no when at a show, the clan couldn't keep the man from making.
Loving this. Absolutely loving this. What a fantastic track. I'm amazed I never heard this, because this is just so good.
Although we always heard no when at a show, the clan couldn't keep the man from making more. Better blues, kinda confused is the news. These grooves was better than your G's are fake and some will make.
So I can only assume that reference to Blue Suede Shoes is sort of a dig at Elvis kind of co-opting black music and the black sound to become incredibly, incredibly famous. Yeah, I mean, it's both the truth and a really cool use of that terminology and kind of brings all that to mind. And I don't say that to slight Elvis in any way. He took advantage of something that needed to be taken advantage of because otherwise it wasn't going to get into the mainstream for another however many years. I don't even know, but just the fact that he, again, stole this black music and didn't really credit the origins is definitely troublesome. And it's why I don't want to listen to somebody like that Mises guy that I mentioned yesterday who wants to make hip-hop but doesn't want to admit where it comes from. Anyway, we're not talking about that right now, but loving this.
Some G's are fake and some will make moves. I prove jazz going up another level. Real, without making a deal with the devil. And so, I'm about to let the world know that bebop and scatting was an old school flow. Callaway was a dope MC, you didn't know? Now that the years gone by, some will try to make that hip-hop and jazz thing die. When it was scat before it was rap, yo, it was fly. Now it brings tears to the eye. Oh my, I didn't hear.
Yeah, this is great. This is talking about that whole thing. Like, they tried to kill jazz, they tried to kill rock, they tried to kill hip hop. It's all black music, and white America just was not ready for that level of. I don't even know. I don't know what they were afraid of, but that's because I grew up when I did.
That back in the days, I wonder why. Music evolution changed. Sometimes the comment make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that. Then you'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at. Bring it back because it is an ill format. Music.
Okay, scratching on the double. I don't know what that reel to reel is. Kind of funny.
Evolution changed. Sometimes the comment make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that. You'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at, bring it back, because it is an ill format. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's make a song, let's make it long, and add the rap to make it strong. And if it's wrong, then I'll chill and let it stop. If not, then I'll bust chops to get props to make sure jazz and hip-hop is at the tip-top. But wait, we must cross roads to get it straight. In rhyme, there's a thin line between love and hate. Some state, rapper never make it out the gate. But I'm here to cause a debate and contemplate why jazz and hip-hop is considered second rate, but what's the use? If I proceed to break it loose, there's always an excuse why the rapper gets abused. Don't wanna tangle, because the angle is obtuse. Same kind of case that was facing the juice. My tongue can get next hung, where's the noose? My hypotenuse was to make rap fun, but what I done has put the soldier on the run. From sun to sun, carrying weight that weighs a ton.
Fantastic lyrics in this. Just, I mean, absolutely fantastic lyrics. And I love his voice. I love his delivery. Again, it's not one of those songs. He's not trying to, like, impress anybody with the speed of his rapping or the acrobatics of it or whatever. He's trying to convey a message, and he's doing it very clearly and getting the point across. Like, it's a good sounding, bouncy, enjoyable song that you could listen to almost anywhere. And it's just really good and interesting.
Convicted without a gun. Forget the fame or your name. They need someone to blame for murder one. Music evolution change. Sometimes the comment make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that. Then you'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at. Bring it back because it is an ill format. Music evolution change. Sometimes the comment make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that. You'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at, bring it back, because it is an ill format.
Nice.
Music evolution change. Sometimes the comment make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that. Then you'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at, bring it back, because it is an ill format. Music evolution change. Sometimes sounds that come and make it sound strange. Add a little this, take out a little that, then you'll come up with that jazz rap where it's at. Bring it back because it is an ill format. Change, strange, this, that, jazz rap because it is an ill format.
So good, and so spot on. I think jazz, for many, many reasons, has often been kind of put off to the side, but it's the experimental music, so it is not for everyone. There are only certain types of jazz that I really like, and this was one of them. Just that fantastic, like I said, that just living sound of the bass with the rap music is such a good combination. And they did bring in some drum as well to give it a little bit more of a definite, the definite downbeats and everything, so that it felt more like a rap song. But even so, really, really fantastic stuff. And like I said, I think they're talking about important things too. I think in the 25 years since this song came out, the likening hip-hop and rap to jazz, I think, is now not even applicable in terms of they're trying to kill it and trying to do away with it. That was absolutely a thing in the 80s and 90s, especially in the 90s when, all sorts of different bands started coming out that were more extreme one way or another, and so there was lots of discussion around, is it appropriate for kids and blah, blah, blah. Well, any media can be fine for kids and fine for adults. It just depends on what the message is, right? So I think all of that to say, I think hip-hop has now become at least as popular as rock and roll ever was or ever will be, in terms of like the amount of attention it gets by everyone. So I think jazz, unfortunately, is still, it's not going to die. It's never going to go away, but it's still maybe, taking a back seat where it always has been to all the other more popular types of music, and hip hop is now, and rap has now moved into that front row as well. But man, so good. And it's cool to see the difference between 1997 or 1982 and now with regards to how hip-hop is treated. I mean, we just had country music at the Super Bowl a few years ago, and now it was all rap artists, and most of them people of color, and that is absolutely amazing. You will never see a jazz combo unless something goes really weird at playing the halftime show at the Super Bowl. That's not going to happen. Really good stuff. I really like this song, so thank you for recommending it. And I like the whole feel of it, but like I said, in total, with everything going on in it and what they're talking about and how things have changed, it's really a cool song to look at. Thanks again, Pop Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Woohoo! Have a good day. See you tomorrow.